Harvey likes steak and kidney pie, and I thought I'd make him it. I said yes. I should have said no. Oh, this is disgusting.
But you still cook it for Harvey because he like it?
Yeah, this is what love is. This elderflower is really rubbish to roll with, but
yeah. Again, that is love.
this is love. Another demonstration of my devotion.
I treat all of the trees in the woodland like my babies, and I love eating my babies. We need to water the trees. Well, I've always enjoyed nature from early childhood, really, when my parents used to take us out in the countryside. And so when I was from the age of 15, I worked as a cabinet maker. And I felt I was working in a dead-end job, and the Lake District was always a kind of escape route for me, somewhere to sort of refresh the soul. When I met Cherie, I found we had this in common. We both enjoyed the Lake District. So one day in 1984, when we were camping up in the Lake District at a place called Keswick, I lost control of the car on an icy road. Cherie was a passenger in the car, and the car turned over and over, ended up being paralysed and needing a wheelchair. And so after the accident, Cherie became my carer for around about a year, and we moved into a house together, and we decided that we wanted to get married.
So this is called a possum. And when Harvey needs something, he's got this button here. So he presses this, and it'll go through all the different things that he can choose. So let's say he wants to call me, presses that one, and then I carry this in my pocket, and this is the pager, so I know when he needs us. This is an overhead hoist, and I use this to get Harvey in and out of bed with this controller. He has a sling that goes underneath him, and I lift him up, and then I can transfer him into his wheelchair or into his shower chair and back onto the bed. And I need that a lot. I used to, when I was younger, I didn't need any of this. I could do everything by manual, but now I can't. I've got to use that.
Well, the house has got many adaptations that's been carried out over the last 10 years. I've got widened doors. I've got automatic doors on the front so I can enter and exit the house when I want, independently. I've got a modified bathroom, wet room, and a special toilet, a platform lift that takes me down to the garden in the back, and my hydrotherapy pool most of all.
When I first moved in here, this was 25 years ago, the landlord, he said, no problem, you can stay here as long as you like. So I felt quite secure, which I have done for 25 years. Fortunately, the landlord died. Next thing, the son and the daughter inherit the property. And they say, first of all, you're fine, everything's safe, no problem. Within 2 years, we get an eviction notice. In fact, I'm quite terrified, to be honest.
So this is the Section 21 notice that we've getting. This is our death sentence to get out of here, but it's been extended from April, so we've getting a little bit of an extension at the moment, but we don't know how long for.
We're just waiting for a court date because our eviction, we got this in October 2020, and it was a 6-month notice, which meant April the 20th we had to be out.
That was 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's expired 8 weeks ago. However, we haven't got anywhere to go, so we didn't leave, and now the landlord has taken us to court for possession order. It's called a PO. At the moment, we're awaiting a court date to go to court, and the judge will then decide on a date that we must leave. And the judge's decision is final. But once he's issued a date that when we've got to leave, the landlord can then bring the bailiffs round on that day and forcibly evict us from the house, which is what they'll do. I look around the house and it just makes us want to cry.
Because we can't take it with us.
The garden is 25 years of work and love.
Yeah, can't take it with us.
Kez was born at home. His afterbirth is under a tree there, and you bought us that tree. My dad done that, and everything's sentimental and everything means a lot. So it's really hard to wake up every day knowing that somebody can take that away from us so easily.
And I think the ideal solution would be if somebody could purchase a house with us being sitting tenants, so we don't have to move out.
Even better, the council, if the council were to buy it.
Yeah.
Because over the last 25 years, they have spent over 200,000 adapting this house.
Yeah.
And to think that they're just going to have to do that again on another property is just ridiculous.
Click reply. Dear Kathy, new paragraph. Thank you for your email regarding our housing situation. New paragraph. And employer's solicitor to help us negotiate what has become a minefield of bureaucracy. Full stop. Go to sleep.
So what would that be?
My dispute with the Brighton and Hove continuing healthcare team. I'm trying to complain to stop the decision, to appeal against the decision, because instead of employing my partner, they want me to employ a stranger to come in the house during the night to help me.
Yeah, that's...
When I don't want that. We don't want that. Everything seems to be coming at the same time. Just more and more stress piling on top and on top. Well, they say my insurance is void if the carers haven't got mandatory training certificates, but they've never asked this of my wife, so it's kind of...
So do they offer the mandatory training to the...
Yeah, they organise the mandatory training for the other carers.
But not
not my wife, and they've never mentioned kind of like holiday pay or anything like that about me about my wife. She just feels she's being used.
Now the government will pay Harvey's carers up to £1,500 a week, but they'll pay me £70 a week because I'm his wife, which he won the fight in the NHS have given me the same entitlement as they have all the other carers recently. However, in the last few months, they've decided that because I'm a wife, I'm no longer entitled to it and I'm going to be fired. So Harvey's got a fight at the minute with the NHS. He's even got a solicitor involved to stop them firing us because I'm also dependent upon that wage to pay the rent, pay the gas, pay the electric. But I'm going to lose my job as Harvey's carer on the grounds of I'm his wife. So I can work for a next door neighbour as a carer because I've got 35 years of experience, and that next door neighbour is quite entitled to pay me the full salary. But my own husband isn't. They've brought this law out because they say they're trying to protect the disabled person so that they don't get what's the word? Like manipulated by the family or exploited, which I can understand that argument as well. However, it really is unjust and unfair, and I'm facing losing this one and only job that I've had for 35 years and losing my salary as a consequence. So unfortunately, I've always had to get a solicitor involved to see if we can fight again another battle, the same battle that we had years ago, to keep me as his carer. And it just feels like we're forever fighting rather than living, and we're forever trying to scrape our way by and feel like when I'm doing a care from the heart with love is deemed valueless.